Hey y'all, it's Coach in the Fight. Let me tell you about this hilarious thing that happened to me. I was, looking through the scripture, reading the Bible as always, and I saw some things line up. You know, which this whole thing is starting to come clear. We're gonna have a huge war, and it's going to, cause some disruptions in the earth, and some other stuff is going to go on. And I was listening to, the different scenarios, the way things are going to go, and some stuff clicked in my head as far as how this thing is going to work. And so I called my son up and I told him what I saw. I told him what I was seeing, but he was in a hurry. He couldn't really talk, so I had to give him the quick version. I said something to the effect. I said, son, I don't remember what I said, but let me tell you what he heard. What he heard is that he was cut off. I cut him off. The next time we talked the other day, he was really upset, and he was like, "You cut me off. You cut me off." And I was like, "Son, what are you talking about?" And he said, "Well, you called me out. But the last time we talked, you said that I was going to be cut off." And then he said, "You think I'm out here smoking and drinking, and you think I'm just one of them bad guys?" He used some other language. He used some very flowery language, but you think I'm one of these bad guys out here doing bad stuff, and you gonna cut me off? And I tried to say, "No, son." There was a huge misunderstanding. I wasn't saying you was cut off. I was saying that the whole West Coast is gonna get cut off, not you personally. And this is I went and found a video just to explain what it is that I'm talking about. And it shows the future map of the United States. Now, I'm not saying, where this came from or anything like that. Let's see. It says the following picture is a future map of the United States for the U.S. Navy. The blue areas are waterways, the hidden guard, a doctor of the church. So basically what this is saying is that this is what they're predicting. And this is not video, is not to say whether this is real or not. This is what I was talking about right here. See, this is what I was talking about. And I was telling my son, who is over here somewhere in Las Vegas, that's probably him right there, or somewhere close to Las Vegas. What I was telling him is about this thing that's projected here, where the Mississippi River is expanded. And so what I was telling him is, okay, here's how the thing plays out. I mean, the scripture does point it out pretty clear that the third war, sometime during the third war, there is a huge event, like a nuclear bomb goes off and kills a lot of people. Now, once this happens, after this happens, the Revelations talks of the earth doing a lot of different things. And when you talk to the scientists, they talk about the earth preparing to do a lot of things. And when you talk to other, it just all formulated in my head that this thing right here is real. This picture that I'm looking at is real. And so I'm looking at this picture. I didn't have this particular picture in my head. There's other ones like it. I'm gonna let them play. But when I called my son, this is what I had in mind. And I've been saying this for a while. But see, I'm thinking, okay, he's out there. He says that he wants to come back home and visit, but it's always a huge burden to get from Las Vegas to over here because of traveling. And so I'm thinking, okay, if he can't fly now, and he can pretty much fly over here for about $150 because his grandmother works for the airlines or whatever, and if he can't come up with $150, and he's retired from the Air Force, so he has all the time in the world. So he has all the time in the world, and he definitely has more than $150, but it's still a huge problem for him to fly home. Okay, now that's now in 2018. Now look further down the road when, after this nuclear bomb goes off and there is no more flight, he cannot fly home anymore. As soon as they start this huge war, you ain't gonna fly. You ain't gonna just go visit people on an airplane anymore. So he's gonna have to drive. But now I'm looking at this, this potential flood thing, and I'm like, you gonna get cut off. You're going to be cut off from this side of the world, from this side of America. How are you going to get over here? You're not going to be able to drive because the Mississippi River is flooded its banks, and ain't nobody going to build no bridge after the tribulation. I'm sorry. Unless I do it just to help him get home or whatever, because that's what it's going to boil down to. I don't know how long he has, days, months, years. I don't know how, but I called him up to say, son, if you don't come home, and you're going to get stuck. You're going to get stuck out there. All right, so I'm going to end it there, y'all.